Oh, hello. I never know exactly when it's going to come live, but thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. It is Friday, Labor Day weekend. No, not Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend. And I hope you have some fun things planned. So today I am casing the catalog, and I put a little hint out there that we're going to be using the Zoo Crew. And so I have a few of the pieces of the paper we can go through, but so let me just turn you down. And I know some of you will be coming on shortly. So just my introduction. Glad to be here. My name is Jeanette Collins, and you're at Stampin' to Connect. And I am the Stampin' Up independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. So thank you for being here. Hope you have a great weekend, and let's put this case card together. All right, let me go to my desk. Oh, and by the reason why I have this so close to me is because it's just all tight here. But anyway, that's why I'm here. All right, let's go to my desk. There we go. Now you see the desk pretty well. This is the Zoo Crew collection. All righty. So that's what it says here. And I told you to look at page 46 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that we could case. Of course, here's the beautiful paper. And you know what I love about the Stampin' Up! Catalog is they always put the ink colors that go, or ink colors or paper colors that go with the set or with the paper. So it's pink, petal pink, pumpkin pie, lemon lime twist, pool party, crumb cake, and basic black. Okay, the stamp set is adorable. There are dies that go with it, which I don't know if I can show them to you here. Let's see if I can make it come up. Okay, see all the little dies at the bottom? This is the bundle where it says 10%. And what that means is when you buy the stamp and all those dies together, you use one number. You use the bundle number right here. You save 10%. So, but what I know for sure is that those dies cut out these little animals. So they cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of these little animals have dies to go with them. And so as you look at this page here, you can see that they use the little crocodile. Okay, here's a little singing turtle. Here's the knitting llama, and there's the dancing little bears. So how cute is that? There's probably some in here too. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're popped up, but anyhow, that's what this set is about. When you look at the paper, okay, each sheet has a different theme. If you have this already, you know. Most likely. This page is all the little animals are on the go. This one is all the little animals are doing some kind of activity like camping and hiking and photo taking. So that's so neat. And these little guys, of course, you can see they're dancing, ballet. Oh, it's so cute. Even the moose. And this is with all the musical notes. I consider the little happy birthday one because there is a little birthday guy. But anyhow, they're just precious. So this would be the happy birthday one. And this is the crafters. Crafters and makers, homemakers, whatever, painting, cooking, reading. So I guess hobbies. Yoga. So anyway, just precious paper. Now, let you know, I have not ordered the stamp or the dies, so my when I was looking at this, I had to fussy cut whatever animal I was going to use. Now, since this is a case, I've decided to case the present. And you're like, what? I'm not folding and making the present box. I'm not going to wrap the present. I'm going to make a card out of the present. So that's my goal. Oh, and by the way, I do have the pretty ribbons. So we'll be using those ribbons as it shows here. And basically, with the birthday set, when you flip it over, oh, by the way, all of them, when you flip it over, they're black and white. So it's just a really, really nice set to have, and at least get the paper. If nothing else, the paper is wonderful. Okay, so let's get started, because I will just waste too much time and then we'll be here for too long. This shouldn't take but about 20 minutes or so. Okay, today what I'm using, of course, is a white background, white card. This is just a standard A2 card, and we will put that aside because we're not going to need it right away. But I've already cut out this panel, and this is the birthday. I'm using the birthday one. And as a matter of fact, as you can see, it completely covers my card base. So that's what you're going to need. And of course, the card base front is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's what this piece is cut at. And looking at, oh, maybe I should have that gift open so we can look at it exactly. Okay, I have these tabs here for a reason. Okay, it wasn't that much easier. All right, so maybe I can keep it right here without there. Okay, there is the little gift that we're going to case. All right, put me in the corner. Okay, so you can see that it just has the card. That's what I'm going to use, the background of the paper. And this one is the birthday, because you can see the little balloons just like him. And what I've done is I just returned this paper over. Now, I could have found one of these, and it's just the black and white with the little stars. It really doesn't matter, but I'm using this one. And since the present is a lot wider and this banner is a lot wider, we had to look at proportion. So proportion would be about right here on this card, because you still want to see, and it just so happens, look how I have the same critters in my paper. So, but I'm doing this so that you can see the proportion, because this gift is, of course, is a lot larger than my card. Now, you can also see that the black and white is pretty large. So I'm going to leave my black and white piece this large. So I'm going to glue it on and then snip off the ends. So, because remember, this card base, this card panel fits my card base. Okay, so glue. One of my favorite things is to case. I believe last year I was using, I was doing a series called Off the Board, where I would take Pinterest cards and then recreate them, or do something with a different a piece of paper and or different paper. All right, I'm going to use my pad here so I can glue it on and not get my desk pad all gooey. Okay, now I could have lined this up, would have been probably a little easier. And I can tell from the bottom and the top if it's about correct, and it is. So I'm using my grid and looking at the top and the bottom. All right, so that's what we've got done first, and now we need to just take some scissors that you don't mind gluing up, and I use my old Creative Memory scissors that I got from like 1996. Got several pair, and they still work. They're wonderful. I bet you may have some too. All right, let's put this in the trash. All right. So now we have that done, and you can tell by the present that it is wrapped with ribbon. Well, I'm not going to wrap this card. I'm not going to put the ribbon around the inside. Oh, I can't even open it. Inside of my card. So I'm just going to wrap the ribbon around this black piece and this panel, and I think it will be just fine. So let me get my ribbon, and again, this is that ribbon that shows in our catalog on the next page. It's the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack of Lemon Lime Twist and Petal Pink. That petal pink is beautiful. It is so beautiful. So, and the ribbon is nice and pliable, it's soft. So here we go. I already have my pieces cut. I don't want this card to take 100 years. I know everybody's trying to get out to do their Memorial Day thing. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap it around. Give me a minute. I'd always struggle a little bitty bit. Let's see if I can do it this way. That's not going to be enough. I didn't cut enough for some reason. Okay, so let me think. I know. We'll go this way. And I'll put a little bit of glue right here. Actually, it needs to be tape runner. Where's my little tape runner? Where are you? Here you are. Got my big desk behind me. Okay. So let's do that right there. Put my tape runner here. And some down here. Oops. Move it on over. I use glue because I don't have the feel for those Stampin' seals. Okay, let's put it on the right one. There, got it. Okay, so we're taking the gift and making it into a card. Okay, we just went that far. I am going to cut this off again. Hello, whoever's here. Oh, Ida. Hi, glad you joined me. Hope you're having, getting ready for your Memorial Day event. And I'm glad you're here from Washington. I've never been up there. My husband and I say we're going because he was born in Seattle. And then his parents, who are pastors, eventually got a call down in Texas. And so that's where they've been ever since. But my husband likes to say, oh no, I wasn't born in Texas. Okay, this is giving me troubles. Come on. Got it. Okay, so we're taking that gift, this gift, and making it into a card, if I can keep everything from sticking here. Now, I got to make a little bow too. This is not going to work, so let me get the ribbon. I know people make all of this very, very fast and easy. And, you know, this is not something that I'm very good at. So I guess it's good because then, you know, the people I can work with, you know, if they're struggling and say, yeah, I know, I struggle too. Okay, I'm going to do about this long. Let's see, maybe about 12, 14 inches or so. All right, and I'm just going to slip it under here and then tie my bow. Or what some people do is make their bow and then take a glue dot and secure it that way. But I'm going to go this route. I think it will lay better. Well, Ida, I am in Texas, in the Austin area. We just moved here. It hasn't been, I guess it's been a year and a half. We're going on 2 years. Oh, we were in Tulsa before. It's such a really small city and some very, very friendly people. And we moved back to Texas because that's where we both basically grew up. But oh my gosh. Every time we go back to Tulsa, we're like, oh, maybe we should have stayed. Okay, there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue dot and put it underneath that ribbon to secure it. I think that's a good idea. You don't want it flopping all around. Let me get a little tool. That's going to keep that there, but I also want to kind of secure it here. College Station. Oh. Did you go to school there? Because, I mean, the Aggies stick together and they're a big group. I do have a lot of Aggie friends. And, of course, you know, I'm not going to say too much about the UT. If you get my drift. But not now. Well, thank you. Thank you for liking the card so far. But like I said, this is what we're doing. Did you see this? I said I'm going to case a card, and I gave the page, but I kind of was sneaky about it because it's not really a card. It's the present. And I figured, well, that'd be fun to make that present wrapping into a card. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So I have this much. I can now add it to the card base. And if you didn't catch my name, I am Jeanette Collins. I'm still trying to get some traction with Stampin' Up. I do love the company. But, you know, when you're starting and beginning, I see what your Texas Transportation Institute, well, not neat. But when you're trying to get traction, it's a little tough. Okay, I'm going to put this here. And it fits just about perfectly. Okay. And now I need a tag because this one has a tag. Now, instead of trying to add it to this ribbon, what I'm going to do is use some twine and attach my tag to that bow. That will be much easier. Okay, let me slide this back over so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I have the tag, and this is from the Taylor Tags, tailor-made tags, and this is in our recent catalog. Oh, you know what? We better stamp it first before I attach it. That would be a disaster. Now, what they've done here, from what I can tell, is that they used, I would think it was petal pink. So that, or she might have used even pumpkin pie. But I'm going to use the petal pink because what I see on my card so far is the light colors. You know, the transportation thing, I don't know if the Institute is the same as like the Texas Department where you get your license and stuff. I lost my license at the Walgreens because, you know, when you pick up their license, when you pick up your prescriptions, sometimes they put them inside your bag. Oh my gosh, I threw away the whole bag, and that was my license was in there. And now they say you have to make an appointment to get your your license, but they're like 5 or 6 months out. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I tried the online thing. Okay, this is the color I'm using. This is petal pink. So I'm using my little brush. I'm just kind of getting it ready. Sure is having a hard time picking it up. Let me keep trying. There it goes. Okay. I'm going to start it here in the middle. Can you see what I'm doing? And going to make a little, it's like making a little placeholder for your critter. That's how I see it. And I think that's plenty. Okay. Put that away. That was petal pink. And my critters, oh, I'm thinking, oh, they have a happy birthday to you. Okay. This has to go on first, but I guess I could put my critters on there too. Now, since I do not have the dies nor the stamp set, I had to fussy cut my little guys. And since I'm in Texas, I did the little, I guess he's armadillo. But I like that he's carrying the gift. So I'm going to put him on some dimensionals. And my dimensionals are right here. I'm going to use the little bitty ones. Yep. Put a few on. So the Texas Transportation Institute, I would think that's bigger than just the Department of the TxDOT is what they call it, the Texas Department of Transportation. But maybe not, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let me keep going. Like I said, or else I'll slow down. I always tell everybody when I start my videos that I tend to be a slow stamper, especially with designing. And, you know, the upline says, oh, you've got to be much quicker. And I'm like, I can't. I like to be slow and deliberate. There. Okay. Gonna get these off so it'll stick. There we go. My husband said I should put something about that on my website, that, you know, I am a more deliberate, and it's not really OCD, but you know, it sometimes looks like it. Oh, I'm telling you too many things. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like the way this looks. It's always nice to get feedback, and I do appreciate you coming on. I hope to see you again in the future. My schedule is I'm coming on always at 1 o'clock Central, so I don't know what that is for you, but I'm coming on Tuesdays at 1, and then occasionally I'll come on Fridays if I'm not, you know, going with my husband somewhere. Okay, now see, that's cute. I think that's just really cute. All right, now we have to get the twine, because I've got to put that twine in there and add it to that tag, and then add it to, here we go, scissors. So this is going to be done pretty quick. Thank you so much. Oh, that makes me feel better, but maybe it's my designing is so slow. But that's why I like to do casing, because, you know, that's why I think that's why they're there, so that we have the ideas to work through. Okay, see, I just slip knot this little twine. I'm using that linen thread. Okay, let me slip it under here. I'm going to slip it above it because I have that glue dot there. All right. You know, that's one of the things I do a lot too, is I watch a lot of videos, and then I'm like, why am I watching all these videos? I need to be making cards. But it's because, you know, it's nice to get ideas and see what people are doing. And, you know, some of these ladies that I've watched, they've been crafting for actually doing Stampin' Up! For more than 20 years. And it's just like, wow. So I'm going to slip knot it again around this bow. Okay, I've got 2 strings, slip knotting it. Come here, little. See, and then I'll be able to position this card where I want that. I mean, the tag. All right, and now I'm going to tie a knot. So it will stay. I had to have a creative outlet since I'm a retired school teacher. Used to do a lot of creative things with my students. And my mother was a seamstress, so she had her creative outlet, and she sewed for all 7 of us. Okay, there. I see I have that little twine in there. That looks nice. And I'm not going to leave it loose. I'm not going to leave it loose. I'm going to kind of tack it down, put it underneath the ribbon so it looks right. And I'm going to tack it down with a couple big glue dots, but I'm going to put it at an angle. Let's see where they have it pretty straight. It's okay. That's why we're casing. It can be a little different. 1, 2. What did I teach? I taught elementary school for, oh gosh, about close to 22 years. And I started in the Houston area, moved to the Austin area, then moved to Corpus Christi and taught there. By the end of my teaching career, I was, instead of just regular elementary ed, I have a music degree also. I was teaching theater arts for junior high. And then I ended that career and I started my own kinder music business that I did for 6 years. And that was probably the highlight of my life. Anytime you can work with babies and toddlers and all that stuff is just wonderful. With the mommies too. Now, so far so good, huh? Look, I think it looks pretty cute. Now it just has that happy birthday to you. I think I'm just going to do that on let's see. I have another little tag that I think I'm just going to put my greeting on it and chop it off, and that will be it. Okay, I'm using a greeting from Peaceful Moments. I know this one is retired, but I love it. So it's going to stay in my stash, and that's what I do. Sometimes I use what has retired, and I don't mind. So I even taught on Fort Hood. I actually did that and I tell you what, that was my favorite school district to work on because it was all the Army kids, very diverse, so it wasn't like, just all one. Okay, let's see. Get this done. I'm going to get it done. Yeah, happy birthday. But that was a great year. Just wonderful. That looks beautiful. Beautiful. And let me cut it. So I just used one of my tags. I keep a lot of the little tags right on my desk, so they're handy. And let's cut this one. And I'm going to fit it under here somehow, or I can fit it over here. You know what? I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to cut it and put it there. Let's see. About right here. Hopefully I cut it straight. I've got to put it up higher in between all the little critters. I don't want to cover my little critters. And that's what's fun about casing, because you can do it just how you want to. I never shy from that. I sometimes watch Sharon Armstrong. She would be way up there on my upline. She calls herself Texas Sharon. Another one of those that have been stamping for, 20, I think 26 years, she says, which is the age of my son. Can't imagine. But I was teaching too, but just differently. Okay, I'm going to put this one way over here toward the edge. Hope you can see it. And look how cute that turned out. Isn't that cute? I just love it. Thank you. Thank you for being with me to watch. Made it more fun for me, but I've got the little birthday critters and I got the Mandela and the happy birthday. So yeah, like I said, I keep my little tags and stuff in a little jar, little baby jar. And then I will put something on the inside. I'm not going to decorate it now. And I also usually decorate my envelope right away, but since I don't have it ready, I will have to do it off camera. So let me put myself back up just for a second and tell you goodbye. Oops, see, I'm behind this camera. Crazy here. Here I am. Thank you for being with me, Ida. I knew another Ida in Corpus Christi, and she was the sweetest, sweetest person. She really loved my son when he was like, 3 and 4. But then after we moved away, it was, you lose track. But anyhow, thank you for being here. I appreciate it and hope to see you Tuesday. Like I said, I'm here Tuesday at 1 o'clock Central, my time. So hope you can come back. All right. Thank you for being here and God bless you all. Bye.